Yo, what's up guys? We got pokeaim here with another competitive Pokemon Sun and Moon showcase video. This time I'm going to be showcasing Torkoal. Now if you missed any of my previous showcases, there's a playlist. I encourage you to check it out. It is linked down below. Also feel free to follow me on Twitch and Twitter. Those links are down below. Stay up to date to know when I stream. The music in the background, which I absolutely love, it was made by Hoops and Hip Hop. The link to this video will be down below as well. It's a Golden Rod City remix, and that's one of my favorite cities in Pokemon ever. Two, obviously Whitney comes from there, so you already know why that's one of my favorite cities in Pokemon ever. And three is a clean beat, okay? So go ahead and check that out. That's linked down below. We're going to be using this Torkoal team that my boy EonX made that I adjusted just a bit. Now, it might seem similar to a Ninetales team that I did use, which it is. However, Torkoal obviously has a different role than Ninetales, getting up Stealth Rock and Yawn, while also checking fire types. We have Donphan as our spinner, and knockoff plus Toxic is very solid on Asmon, being able to Toxic Swampert, Porygon, Milotic, Bulky Waters, Spec Chandelure. Last time I was using Scarf Chandelure and Banded Darmanitan. This time we're using Spec Chandelure with Scarf Darmanitan, Growth Venusaur, and then Keys for additional Sun and Spike. So let's go ahead and look for a battle. I mean, the RU ladder has reset. I was at the top of the ladder before, but now I'm obviously not. So we'll be using these RU lives to climb up just a bit. I really do like Torkoal as a Pokemon. I mean, obviously on this it's going to be a support mod. I'm not using the Shell Smash set, but like, look at my opponent right there. He gets destroyed by Venusaur. I get destroyed by Salazzle, so we gotta be careful. Great lead. Honestly, I don't see a reason not to lead off with Donphan. I would lead Torkoal, but I think Donphan is just a great lead. I knock off his own Donphan and Toxic it, and I can Rapid Spin away and beat it 1v1. As long as Klefki is around, I'm not worried about Haxorus. Alternatively, I could lead off with my own Darmanitan and just go for U-turn. I think that's also great. Honestly, I don't think there's much reason not to do that. I'm going to lead off with Scarf Darmanitan. Like U-turn out. Leads off with his Haxorus. We can U-turn out of there and proceed to, I'm not sure, maybe go Donphan or my Keys. I'm not entirely sure what the better play is. He does break me through Sturdy as well because he does have Mold Breaker. I'm going to go Donphan here. As he goes for Earthquake. Is that banded damage? Because that did 10 million. That actually did so much damage. Holy crap. We're going to go for our own Earthquake right here. As he goes Whimsicott. That did so much damage. That has to be banded, right? If it did that much. Honestly, Torkoal is such a great switch-in for us. I don't want to make the play because I'm pretty sure what my opponent's going to do is U-turn right here. But I'll make the safe play, which is definitely Torkoal. Gets up my rocks and I can Lava Plume up after. Yeah, as he goes for U-turn. I wanted to knock off, but I don't think it was worth the risk right now. The great thing about Torkoal is it actually checks Salazzle. Though Donphan is a bit of a threat, I can go right out into my own Donphan and Rapid Spin away his Stealth Rock immediately, while also going for knockoff if I want to. But I'll definitely go right for the Rapid Spin first. I was expecting to outspeed. It makes sense that I would outspeed my opponent, considering I am running a bunch of speed on this. And we'll go for knockoff, getting rid of his Sturdy. Getting up his rocks doesn't matter too much again. I'll be able to Rapid Spin these away and put him on a timer with the Toxic. Ice Shard won't be able to pick me off if he does have it. I kind of doubt he does, but hopefully we land this Toxic as we do. Nice. And if my opponent wants to spam rocks, I suppose he can. There's definitely something my opponent could do, but I'll just weaken him with that. How much did Rapid Spin do? 5? Unfortunately, I think my opponent won the war right here. Yeah, unfortunately my opponent won the Rocks war, but this is still a sack for Salazzle. I can go Torkoal after and go for Earth Power if I want to. I'm definitely going for Earthquake here though. I'm not going to risk this boy setting up on me. Throws off a Sludge Wave. Does 10 million. I can go Route to Darmanitan. Does 10 million. I was at 5%. What's wrong with me? Jambat? I'll U-turn out here. I don't expect him to stay in because he does have Slowbro. Honestly, I don't like the play that I went for U-turn though. I don't like that. That was I think that was too risky of a play. But I can go out to my Torkoal and finally get up my rocks. And rocks will allow Venusaur to destroy my opponent's team. So we'll get up these rocks right here. If he wants to go Salazzle, that's fine. Goes for Stun Spore on a Torkoal. I don't know if he has Encore. He definitely could, but I'll throw off a Lava Plume here as he goes for that Encore. Again, while he is wasting my turns, I can still go on to something like my Keys and get up. The more hazards I have, the easier it is for Venusaur to win this game. I hope that makes sense. I hope you guys understand how Venusaur is going to be winning this game. So We'll definitely throw up a spike here. Another mon that easily wins the game is Chandelier. Too bad I am not Specs anymore. I am Scarf. So that's a little bit scary. And I don't have Infiltrator either. But we get Thunder Wave here. Hopefully we do break through and connect. Nice. Salazzle has been crippled. Goes for Nasty Plot. I don't mind that. We'll get up a spike here again. As he goes for Sludge Wave, trying to predict me maybe to go out to my Chandelier. At this point, I don't really need Klefki, so I can proceed to just get up another layer of Spike, as he was going to knock me out the Fire Blast. And basically, I was trying to stall on my own Sun, that way I can go right to Torkoal and knock him out. However, I don't think Torkoal actually outspeeds. I'm not confident, so we'll actually go out to Spec Chandelier. I'm not confident Torkoal outspeeds that boy because of the new T-Wave mechanics. So we'll go out to Spec Chandelier, knock out the Salazzle, and Hazard are up. Haxorus, a Scavalier comes out. Are you Assault Vest, bro? Either way, this is better for Venusaur if I stay in, and I don't want it to be pursued. Yeah, this is way better for Venusaur if I stay in. So I didn't want to be pursued, and we could just get up to Sun at the end of the day and just click Sludge Bomb a couple times and win the game. We don't let Haxorus set up. Basically, my opponent forfeited there, but the game was over. Had he won Haxorus, I stayed in and clicked Shadow Ball, just in case that wasn't banded damage. I don't know, that Earthquake did so much, I think it was banded Haxorus. But it could be Scarf Adamant, and maybe I'm just underestimating Donphan's natural bulk, and I'm underestimating Haxorus' attack and Donphan's natural bulk. I didn't even have to really use Sun that game, but at least Torkoal got up rocks. I mean, it's not a sweeper, it's a support mon. It gets up rocks, it's going to yawn a bit, especially with spikes, it's going to rack up. Love my opponent's team right here. Very, very cool. I love Spec Chandelier as a lead. My opponent has absolutely nothing for Shadow Balls. Absolutely nothing. I don't have much for Moltres, though, so leads off with the Chandelier. Not the best lead for me. We'll go hard Donphan, and we'll throw off a Toxic. Knockoff is also a play I can make. I don't know if he's Assault Vest. That's the only reason. Oh, I'm not Whitney. Wow, I didn't even realize that. I'm so used to Whitney. I'm way too used to Whitney, but we'll throw off a knockoff here. Getting rid of his potential Assault Vest. Yeah, he was AV. Okay, so I stand by my play. Yeah, we are weak to Toxicroak, but we have outs for it. Torkoal, for example, beats it 1v1, so get us some nice damage, and then I'll be able to pick him off with the Choice Specs Shadow Ball. So I'm okay with that. Again, I figured he was Assault Vest or Banded. Either way, I wasn't sure if I could knock him out, but now I know I can. And he has no switches to this. Kind of hope he tries to go Blastoise. He should just sack his Mudsdale, though. It did its job. Got rid of Donphan. So got rid of my Spinner while his is still alive, obviously. Chandelier is going to come out. Wow, so we risk these ties right now? Is that... Alright, well, I'll go Keys. As he throws off a Fire Blast. Wow. Very solid play on my opponent's part. Would not have made the same play myself, considering if I went for Shadow Ball again. One, you didn't even know if I was Scarf or not. Because I could definitely knock out Mudsdale at that range. Whatever. Go ahead and give me my kill. I can't believe he made that play. It worked, obviously. But now, catches Specs, Shadow Ball. Moltres is going to eat that up. Not too well, though. I could definitely go for another one. He's probably max speed. Hurricane's his best bet to knock me out. If he's not max speed, I do outspeed. Throws off a Toxic. Alright, well, we'll get rid of two Pokemon that can take on my Darmanitan. Toxicroak is going to come out. You do not knock me out with Sucker Punch. Goes for Gunk Shot. That would not have knocked me out. Spec Shadow Ball will be able to knock out Toxicroak. Goes Blastoise. I don't know why he's weakening his entire team, but doubles out the Chandelier trying to predict my Venusaur. I have no reason to switch. I am Spec Chandelier. Yeah, I think my opponent made a play there, and he just kept trying to predict. You see how he clicked Gunk Shot versus me, and then he clicked Fire Blast, and then he clicked Toxic, where he could have Hurricane. There was like so many plays my opponent could have made differently there. I didn't even have to send out Torkoal that game. Chandelier picked off everything. I like my opponent's team here. Really fun. Nothing to stop Torkoal from getting up rocks, so I'm going to get those up right now. He actually also does not have rocks on his team. So I'm definitely going to be getting up my rocks. Torkoal. Yawn is going to be very nice. The thing is, Torkoal is not the best lead possible. But he really does support the team because... am I actually going to have to use Torkoal as my answer to Sharpedo? Leads off with a Alolan Raticate. So I could definitely go for Stealth Rock here. I guess he could have Taunt. Or Return. That's Life Orb. Good lord. This mon's a threat too. Why is this mon such a threat? I want to save this mon. Well, I'll throw off a Lava Plume first, as he misses a crunch, and that's the that's pretty much the downside to using Hustle on this mon. You're gonna miss sometimes, so we'll get. Ooh, nice! I get off a Lava Plume on something else. Beautiful, and I get more Sun turns, and I can bring in Torkoal again later. So we'll throw off another Lava Plume, as he's gonna go out to Florges. Florges is a good mid-ground play, definitely. I don't know if it's Specs or not. If it has HP Fire, it's gonna hurt my Klefki, but I'll definitely go out into my Klefki right here. I think my opponent's competent though. Went for Psychic, which was actually a good play, predicting my Venusaur, my only, and Chandelure, you know, my resistances. So we'll get up our Spike right here as he is going to go Tornadus. Another solid play because Heat Wave is definitely threatening, though it does have leftovers, so I'm not sure exactly what my opponent plans to do. I'll go to Darmanitan though. I don't expect him to go for Hurricane of all things. Tornadus goes for Substitute. I don't want to mess around with this. I'm just going for Flare Blitz. I don't want to miss Rock Slide. Hits the Hurricane in the sun. Oh, this is bad too because my opponent can sub up on me. This is bad. This is really bad. I definitely have to get up the sun again too, so I'm going Klefki. I mean, excuse me, Tornadus. Excuse me, Torkoal. I wonder if my opponent will risk this. I mean, the odds are 50-50. I can't really say much about hitting it. Like, it's if I flip the coin right here, which I have right here. Nice quarter. So let's see if I can get tails. Yeah, I got tails. Easy. Knew he would have missed. Go ahead and get some support burns. Let's go. Nice. So, Donphan is useful because it can still check this. I don't want HP Fire coming out. I think the best member to go out into is Chandelure. Chandelure should not go down to anything, and it also tanks an HP Fire. And what I can do is Fire Blast misses, but I'll throw for an Energy Ball. It doesn't miss. It should be able to knock out Raticate. I don't think Tornadus can sub up on that. One Tornadus can't sub anymore anyway. It hurts. Pikachu. Gallade comes out. Are you SD, buddy? Donphan takes this thing on, takes a knockoff, doesn't care about that. Goes for Shadow Sneak. That did a lot though. Not gonna lie. And we can just throw off a knockoff here. Yeah, it does give Gallade justified, but I don't expect him to go out to that when he does that. Pikachu. Now I could go hard into Venusaur now, which I believe I will. I take Toxic if he goes for Soak. Smart play because he can definitely Toxic me, but I just go back out into Klefki to avoid that Toxic. Nice. Z Memento is definitely something my opponent could have as well. I want to get up my I want to get up a Spike though. Threaten the Gallade, and we'll actually go out to Donphan on his Soak because I want a Toxic Pikachu. Very, very solid play. He didn't go for Soak though. Wow, good play. Did I just say he could have? I went for knockoff earlier. He doesn't have an item, so. Alright, so that boy is on a timer. That boy is on a timer. We'll go Torkoal just to get up the sun again. To support my Venusaur. I think he's just throwing off wild Toxics. Anyway, Venusaur has been supported. So if he goes for Toxic one more time, he's getting me on every single turn. I think he's just clicking. Either way, it's working for my opponent. Because he's stalling out my my Sun, but at the same time, this boy is getting weakened as hell. Yeah, go ahead and get weakened. In fact, I'm gonna get up another layer because I don't even care. Let's get up all three. Tornadus. Yeah, that is not a counter. I do tank an attack, and a Play Rough does break its sub, so I'm going right for that. Play Rough does break its sub. Nice. Tailwind is an option. At this point, I don't want to risk Thunder Wave missing, and at the same time, Chandelure forces a Hurricane as well, and I can just go for Energy Ball again and knock him out. I don't mind him going for Hurricane because he can't sub up at 25%. Basically, I can go out into Venusaur and get my kill if he gets up. If he does manage to get up a Tailwind, which is something that I guess he could have. It doesn't make a difference. I just throw off a Sludge Bomb here. Knock out Tornadus, shout out to Chlorophyll. That boy is gone. Sharpedo is something that can definitely come out if it wants to. And go right for Psychic Fangs. But we'll be able to get the Sun. The Raticate should go down. Gallade comes out, which is also a good option at that point. We'll go ahead and sack my Torkoal just to get up the Sun. as he goes for CC, which means I can go right for Sludge Bomb and knock him out. And basically my Donphan should be able to eat a hit from Sharpedo or even Klefki. Klefki will definitely be able to eat a hit for Sharpedo. I'm thinking the way I'm going to win is if Sun manages to go down, or if Sun does go down, I'll get up my Sunny Day versus Sharpedo instead of versing Thunder Wave. But throw off a Sludge Bomb now, and I'll basically be able to kill everything. Sacks Pikachu. I don't think I would have sacked that because it would have given him an extra turn. Whereas if he goes Raticate, that thing does go down. Gallade definitely goes down after spikes. Yeah, like you don't sack that after. No, you gotta try and get rid of as many turns as possible. Sharpedo comes out. We can just go for Giga Drain here. He needs to Double Protect to beat me. And even then, he has to go for Psychic Fangs or Ice Fang. Ice Fang can't freeze me in Sun. Psychic Fangs doesn't hurt Klefki. So nice. Torkoal supporting the team with the Sun. Nice Stealth Rock too. I mean, my opponent didn't have any hazard control, so that was on him. But Sludge Bomb knocks out Gallade, and it is a good game. I wish a Alolan Raticate hit. It did definitely damage me, though. The fact that it did so much to Torkoal is crazy. But that's Hustle boosted and Life Orb boosted, so what can you expect? Another game? Heracross is annoying. I want to lead off with Darmanitan mainly because I expect him to lead off with Uxie, and I can get off U-turn damage and then go out to Donphan, knock him off, Rapid Spin, Toxic, probably on his Blastoise switch in, go out to Venusaur as a pivot, or even go Torkoal. Have fun, man. And Darmanitan also matches up very well versus every single Pokemon as a lead, even his own Blastoise, because I can U-turn out of there. So I think Darmanitan is just the best lead. Even leads off with Old Man Jambat over there. Yeah, so if I was my opponent, I don't think I'd even bother Stealth Rocking. Honestly, I'm very weak to Venomoth. I gotta be careful. I'd probably just U-turn myself. That does so much damage too. He's leftovers. So Rapid Spin this away immediately as he does have the Grass Knot. That's cool. It's really cool. We'll definitely just go for knockoff here. Get rid of his recovery. Oh, and we actually bring him down to the point where we actually knock him out with the Rapid Spin. So that's really cool. Smart to go for Memento there to prevent me from spinning, but I can spin later versus Metagross if I want to. Venomoth comes out. Sleep Powder is a play my opponent can make. I'm gonna Rapid Spin anyway. Get rid of these rocks. I'm not sure how I want to deal with this Mon though. He could be Lumberry. I think I gotta go Klefki and Thunder Wave, as he has Substitute. Oh, not good, not good, not good. Huh. I don't like this play. I'm not sure how to beat this Mon. I'm so serious. Because if he sub Quiver, Disable or Sleep Powder, Bug Buzz, Tinted Lens, so I don't really resist it as much as I wanted to. I could also go for Fire Blast. I wish I had Infiltrator Trick, but I need this Mon to take Fire type attacks. I could make an Infiltrator Trick though. And he goes for his Z, what? Savage Spin Out. I live it. Nice. Nice, I lived it. Let's go. And then I can click Furblitz with Darmanitan. Alright, so we'll take that. That's fine. Darmanitan comes out. If we dodge Sleep Powder, we're good. Otherwise, we go for Flare Blitz here. And Tinted Lens boosted Bug Buzz at +2 destroys us. Oh my god. That's not good. Hit him up with a Yawn here, though, if we manage to live. And he gets a crit on Torkoal, so I don't even know if that boy would have lived. Good lord, Venomoth is a threat. I need to put Infiltrate. Well, Venomoth is the one Mon that's... Like even this, like, we ended up living it, but we don't pick him off. And we don't have priority on the team. The thing is, even if I go... I can't win the game. Maybe? Let's see. Klefki definitely tanks. I don't know if Roosted is my opponent's last move, but I'll go for the T-Wave here. Nice. If we're going to win anything, it's going to be with Venusaur at the end, even if it's at its so low percentage. So we're going to get as many hazards as possible. It is Roost, unfortunately. That is not good. How much did HP Fire do? 56%. So what I got to do is actually play rough him. And then I gotta go hard Venusaur on a turn that he gets full parried and HP Fire him. And I die anyway because of hazard, so I think I lose regardless. Yeah. Alternatively, I need 2 pairs to win this game, right? So we're going to go for growth on his first pair. Oh, I went for roost. Okay, so we're going to growth up here. Damn, man, +2 is crazy. That still wasn't enough recovery. So I need him to get full pair twice in a row if I want to win. Yeah, good game. Holy crap, man. Venomoth is crazy. So one change you can make to the team if you are using the team is, of course, using Infiltrator on Chandelier. That would have helped me in that case because I would have Fire Blast. I probably should have hard switched instead of Spun. But at the same time, Chandelier wasn't taking a +1. Hey, my opponent has webs. That's cool. I think I want to trick away my Chandelier immediately. Leads off with, thank you. Leads off with Braviary. I'm Specs, so, I mean, he doesn't have a Fire Blast switching, really. So I'm going for it. I don't really have Brave Bird switch. I have Torkoal and Donphan. We're going to go for Specs Fire Blast right now. I think it's going to do about 44% to Shuckle, but if I'm wrong, which I hope I am, it's going to do 56, and I'll be able to 2 KO him. Looks like he's either Scarf or Adamant Band. I think that's just Scarf damage, though. Jolly Scarf. Venusaur is so good versus my opponent's team. Knocks this guy out. Doesn't care about webs. Ooh, 53. Oh, I was off by 1 point, guys. Off by 1 point. Look at them head counts. Go ahead and hit this. No! What's the even point of going for an attack? Hit it. Hit it. He didn't get up his webs, though. Hacks me to defeat. No, hacks me to defeat. Alright, at least we got rid of Shuckle. But Barrow is here, but Barrow is now. This monster is now. We're gonna go out to our Torkoal and we're gonna click Yawn immediately. I think it's our only option. Because if he wants to go for his own Yawn and try to go for Z Yawn and get the Sunny Day up, I'll go for my own Yawn and put him to sleep as well. Goes right for frustration. I'll Yawn on him. Because whether he stays in or goes Donphan or anything, putting anything to sleep, especially Barbaro, would be great. Waterfall shouldn't be able to knock me out. It's life for Barbaro, so it's not the Z Yawn one. Go ahead and go. Go ahead and take a nap. Take a nap. Good night. Good night, Moon. Get up our Stealth Rock here, too. Goes Executor. Interesting switch. Are you going to get up a Trick Room? That'd be very scary, but I do have Klefki to deal with you. Actually, why would I not go for Yawn again? This is the part about Torkoal that I love. You don't care. But we can definitely go out to Venusaur and just click Sludge Bomb. I was thinking about clicking Growth, but I don't risk getting knocked out by a Z-move Dragon attack. Though, obviously, I knock out Donphan, I knock out Barbaro. Those are 2 threats we deal with, and I think Darmanitan deals with everything else. I just gotta be careful around Barbaro. I can't let it set up for free. Even if you're a Salt Vest Donphan, you don't tank this well. So you can get off a spin, but... like, this is max special attack, modest. So yeah, a Salt Vest Donphan will take... oh, maybe he's just going for Ice Shards, okay. Well, he just wants some chip. Alright, well, I'm back at full, almost. After Life Warp, 3 kills. Not bad, let's go. That Barbaro was actually scary. There's so many scary mons in the RU tier, too. As RU continues to form as a tier, it will fix itself up. I could save this. I guess you could have Aqua Jet. We'll just let him Brave Bird us and knock us out. Yeah, then we just go out into Darmanitan. Darmanitan can go for either U-turn or... I'm pretty sure Flare Blitz knocks out Barbaro at that range in the sun. I'm going for it. We are men. This is knocking him out. Goodbye. Good B. Show me another one. Who next? Where is my switching? Hoopa comes out. We're going to be able to knock that thing out with the Flare Blitz, and that's going to be GG. I'm still can't get over Venomoth, man. It's such a scary mon. Love that mon. I love when that mon was Yu. Such a scary, scary mon. Apparently ULT. What is this? I guess there's a Yu ladder. Oh, wouldn't this be RU? So Kyurem is a huge threat. Good lord. I'm gonna lead off with Darmanitan because Darmanitan matches up very well versus everything. especially Metagross. There's no way I'm not clicking Flare Blitz here. I don't want rocks. I don't care. Your fire resists are Flygon and Crawdon, aka non-existent. I am extremely weak to Honchkrow. Yeah, so we don't let rocks go up ever versus us, and we click Blitz. Flygon comes out. Huh. I'm gonna go Donphan and Toxic. As he Dragon Dances up. Doesn't do too much. Are you Lumberry? Nice, you're not. We'll knock off here. I mean, I unfortunately don't have, I unfortunately do not have Magnet Rise on my Klefki. I could go, I want to keep Torkoal alive for Honchkrow. It's tough. I really wish I had Ice Shard. We're gonna go Torkoal just to get up the sun for Venusaur. And I think we're gonna sack Chandelure because Chandelure doesn't do anything this game. Whereas Scarf Darmanitan can still outspeed Kyurem. Torkoal's Sun is definitely beneficial. I could also, in theory, get up rocks here, but I'm very scared of Honchkrow, man. I want rocks this game, though. So I know I live a +1 Earthquake. It's just, do I think I can take on Honchkrow with Venusaur? Maybe I can. We'll go for rocks here. Nice. And Lava Plume is the play. Because again, we do live a hit. I think rocks are better for Kyurem and maybe Honchkrow. Goes for Dragon Dance. So able to actually 1v1 this guy maybe? I'm not sure. Either way, I'm sacking my Chandelure now. So Torkoal's still healthy enough to take on Honchkrow, which is what I wanted. Which is definitely what I wanted. I doubt he roosts here, but even if he does, like, he goes down to Poison. I have no idea what item he was running that entire time. But he is gone, and that is what matters. And we can now go Venusaur and threaten Crawdon and threaten Honchkrow. There goes Kyurem, which should be his play. Which is definitely the better play. I can see an Earth Power coming out because of all my last few mons, but I'm going Keys anyway. Throws off an Ice Beam, and that is Specs damage, possibly? So much. A Spike ensures that if Kyurem switches out, it goes down to the, if Kyurem switches out, it goes down to a Sludge Bomb from unboosted Venusaur, so I'll definitely get up my Spike right here. As he goes into the counter. What? I'm clicking player off. I don't want him doubling out into one of his, I definitely don't want him doubling out into one of his answers to this. So we'll Thunder Wave right here. Gives us a better chance to get up more spikes. I could 2 KO him, obviously, but I just want Hazards up. He miscounted, unfortunately, for my opponent. But we'll definitely just go up and let me calc this real quick. I want him to be able to knock me out. I just want to calc how much Venusaur does to Honchkrow. Because I know Honchkrow has a lot. It's called you Murdercrow for a reason. Alright, so it kills 100% after rocks. Nice. That's what I needed. So we're going to sack Klefki. Nice. Right out to Venusaur. Click Giga Drain. Knock this boy out. While Venusaur is in, we do knock out Honchkrow unless he is Jolly Crow. He is not faster, which I'm hoping he's not. He has to go Kyurem. If he goes Kyurem, I sack Torkoal. Anything to not give him a +1 on Honchkrow. That's the only thing that could really be threatening. Giving a +1 on Honchkrow. Can't believe Torkoal managed to get up rocks and even semi 1v1 the Flygon. Obviously, Donphan's Toxic helped a lot too. I didn't expect it to happen. I love this beast so much. It's so calm, but it's so nice. But yeah, Honchkrows are usually running Adamant. Kyurem comes out. As I did mention, we go Torkoal here just to get up the sun again for my boy. Does not knock me out with the Dragon Pulse, but we spam Yawn here. That way Honchkrow cannot come out and get a boost. Basically, by going for Yawn, we prevent something from boosting on me. As Crawdon comes out, I can sack Darmanitan just to get off, last-ditch effort Sun, just in case I need to, you know. It also offensively threatens Crawdaunt. So Kyurem comes back. But Darmanitan, like I said, offensively threatens Crawdaunt. Honchkrow. Sucker Punch does not beat me with Honchkrow. Because they did nerf it. Sucker Punch is 73 to 86, and that's Life Orb though. They're all running Z move now. $56 to 66. I am at 66 exactly, so I could go down here. It's smart of my opponent to sack Kyurem, because what he's trying to do is get a boost, so he can actually try and win. But that's why I made the Torkoal double to Darmanitan, because Darmanitan beat everything. Would you go for Brave Bird here, or I think Flareblast is still my best play. Yeah. They're all running Z move now, so I wasn't fearing him having Life Orb, though Life Orb obviously would have been bad. But Venusaur is going to be able to clean up, and that's going to be game. Yeah. Max. Oh, 6-6, yeah. Again. Yeah, but he needed literally absolute max to knock out Darmanitan. So it still came down to, I guess, that roll right there, which was really my favorite. But it's Pokemon, so you can't really say anything about rolls. It's bound to happen. Yeah, I figured. Good game, man. Thank you. Oh, you left. Oh, well, managed to make it to 1200. Okay. In any case, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed. Torkoal definitely put in some work. It is a support mon, so what do you expect? It's not. I was not using a setup set. I wasn't trying to sweep with Torkoal. I was trying to get up rocks. I was trying to yawn around, support the team, get out some damage with the Lava Plume. But in any case, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed. Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you want to use the team alongside me, there's a paste pin to it down below. You can try Infiltrator Channeler. Maybe that'll help you versus those sub-Venomoths. I definitely could have played around that differently, but I underestimated Tinted Lens so much. But it's been a while since I fought Venomoth, so that's my own fault. We learn more from a loss than from winning, though. So, like I said, guys, thank you for watching. Feel free to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, friends.